Hi, I'm Nate. I am 6 months sober at the Freeman House. I actually moved into the Freeman House about 6 months, actually 6 months yesterday. And honestly, it's been like the best thing that I could have done in my recovery. I guess I had what I thought was like a perfect life. I had everything that I ever wanted. Was married and had 2 kids, or have 2 kids, and I had a nice house in a nice neighborhood with lots of families, and everything was good. But I went through a period of time, a long period of time, where things didn't go so well, and I didn't handle it very well, and I started drinking a lot more than a person should. And so over time, basically, I've got 2 DWIs. I've totaled 4 vehicles. I got divorced. I went from living comfortably to being completely broke and crashing on couches, and I'm 38 years old and having to borrow money from my parents, which my parents didn't have a whole lot of money, so it was like not an easy thing to have happen. I was living on my own for a few years and just not taking care of myself and making really poor choices in life. And I finally got to a point where I just felt like I had to stop screwing things up, and I had lost pretty much everything in my life that I had worked for, including jobs. I was a school teacher, which that is maybe in the works again in the future, but not right now. So I went from, I guess, having everything that I always wanted in life to having absolutely nothing. And I guess I screwed up at around Christmas. I was hiding drinking and stuff at Christmas, but I wasn't hiding it like we think we can. And I got asked to leave my family's house earlier than what was planned, and I got home and I was a mess. I had made some more mistakes, but anyway, I finally was like, I've had enough of this life, like this style, and I started doing this program called Aware, which is like an in-home treatment program. But I was able to do that and figure out ways to still drink while doing this program. But then I just had enough again, and so I finally listened to people who had told me about the Freeman House, well, sober living first, but then specifically the Freeman House. And I was like, I had nothing. I had no job. I had no reason not to. And so I took the suggestion of others, and I moved into the Freeman House in February of 2022 of this year. And it is honestly, it's been the best thing for me. It's a perfect amount. Like, I've gone to rehabs and everything, and for me, it's like getting out of rehab was like just freedom again. And I was so hesitant to do this, and after screw up, that I finally was like, I just had to throw in the towel and take people's suggestions and try it. And I'd fought that forever. Like, I fought people suggesting that, and then I finally gave in, and it was like the best thing for me. With the Freeman House, it's like a perfect amount of structure and freedom together, which is something I needed just to be able to live a life, sort of normal life. And it got me going to AA meetings, which I had gone in and out of before, but never really taken it serious. Getting a sponsor. So I'm about a little over 6 months sober, and honestly, the last 6 months has been like the best. Well, probably not the first month, but the last few months have been the best months of my life. I've rebuilt my co-parenting relationship with my ex, where we hated each other before, and now we joke around and talk about the kids, and I'm seeing my kids more. I'm getting my license back. I got a car actually today. And just like I'm noticing really like good things happening just slowly. And I think when I originally got sober, the other times I tried, I expected good things to happen quickly. And when they didn't, I didn't think it was worth it. And so when I realized that things come back, but come back slowly, and just appreciate those little victories, it's like the pat in the back that you're not asking for, but you kind of need that little boost of encouragement. Just little things, you know, like, but more specifically my relationship with my ex-wife, and she offered to make me a sandwich the other day, which was crazy. But just like these little signs of improvement, and people having hope for me, and me starting to have hope for myself. And yeah, things are going better than I could have ever hoped, and I have the Freeman House, honestly, the Freeman House to thank for it. So. Yeah, so I had no idea what to expect going into it. I just was kind of out of options and out of hope. And it is not an easy thing to do, because there are requirements, there are things that you need to do, but everything that you're asked to do is for a good reason. Like, you know, it's like chores, you have chores to do. And when I was living on my own, those are all things that I just ignored. And so it's not easy, but it's not as hard as you think. It's if you do the right thing and you're staying focused on your recovery, and you're putting that in front of everything else, the good things come. Jobs come, money sort of come, money comes, and like relationships are getting better, and just everything. If you're willing to put in the little bit of work it takes and follow the structure of the house and AA and the program, things come back into your life.